Good morning, Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. Saturday, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting my rig all set up. I got a couple easy projects today I'm gonna do with my son Quinn so we can get a little time together. And we got a really nice roof wash to do out in Brooklyn, Connecticut today. A lot of black mold and algae on the roof. It's gonna come right off. Should be a nice marketing piece for me. And in an effort to save a little bit of time on the job, I'm up on the rig now waiting for Quinn to come out. And I'm gonna set my roof batch now. And I'm gonna show you guys what's going on with that. Okay, so here I've got my drop stick and my straight tank of SH. And then this tank next to it is my batch tank. So this is a 60-gallon tank, which is currently nearly empty. There's maybe 5 gallons of leftover roof wash in there from the other day. This tank has about 50 gallons in it, a little over 50 right there, okay? And I'm gonna bring that down to just under 40. Excuse me. I'm gonna put about 20 gallons of this total. And each one of these segments is roughly 20 gallons, okay, on the tank. You can see that it's like got ridges in it, okay? So this is a 60-gallon tank, holds 60. It's a 55, which goes through here. If you fill it to the top, it's 60. So each one of these sections is 20. So I'm gonna bring this slightly below that, that band, and I'll know that I have 20 gallons of SH going in here. Then I'm gonna fill this up with 40 gallons of water, and that's gonna give me a little over a 4% batch in here, and I'll be very happy with that for the day. So again, drop sticks in here, transfer hoses up here, holding this with a 2x4 so that it doesn't come whipping out like a snake. I got my banjo valve back here to transfer chemical over to the white line. So switch it here, and you can see that pressure whipped that, and that would have come shooting out. And turn my pump on. All right. So now I got SH going in there. Straight SH. Okay. I had a valve on there which broke off. We're going to be replacing that. This whole system's going to change, so you can make some comments about what I should be doing if you want. But this is how we're finishing up the season. And we've got a whole bunch of changes coming for next year, okay? This is water to fill the tank. I have that kind of semi-permanently plumbed in there. And that goes over to my brass valve that's over here, my 4-way splitter. And I'm gonna gently turn that on. Okay, and I'm gonna let that fill. So I know just by watching this where I wanna end. I'm gonna end right about there, okay? And that's gonna be 20 gallons in here. Now, I'm gonna dump my LA Awesome in there. I'm putting 5 of these containers in here, 64-ounce containers, so that's like 320 or so, 325, whatever it is. Okay, and that's nice, thin laundry soap, not too thick and sticky. I did have a half a container of extra left over that I stuck in there yesterday while I was messing around, so it's 5 of these. Plus a little bit of the extra soap. You can see it's a little bit different color for some reason. A little bit of inconsistency with the soap. We don't care. Just for a roof. Alright. The other reason why I'm making this ahead of time is I've got about a 20-minute ride to the first job, and during that time this tank will be nicely mixed just from the bumping around the back roads. Plus, when I'm filling the water like this at the same time, that helps stir it up without creating too much foam and bubble. All right. So that was all 5 of those, okay? I think in the spring I'm gonna switch up from the LA Awesome. I did use some roof snot earlier in the year. Probably gonna switch back to some of that. But this stuff is, the reason I use this is because it's so readily available. There's Dollar Generals everywhere in my area. And these are $1 each. So $5–6 worth of soap on the fly. I don't have to worry about, oh, I forgot to order my soap, so I run out of soap. And then I'm like, oh no, can't do what I want to do today. So Dollar General is a nice option for some laundry soap. So you can see this is cranking right along, almost there. This is filling right up, about halfway full already. I'm gonna fill that right up brimming. I don't think I'm gonna, I know I'm not gonna use all of it on my job today, but I do have another big roof wash, gutter cleaning, house wash on Sunday. So I'll probably making even some more roof batch. So I'm just gonna fill it up so that I'm good to go and I can do my math easily. So we'll catch you guys on the job momentarily. All right, Quinn and I are all set up. This one's a beauty for us. I got this little piece here, the big roof around the dormers, and there's another bump just like that on the other side. I'm gonna get a few more pictures with a lot of black on this roof. So I'm shooting this one first, the big roof, the end roof, and then we wrap up at the truck over there. Sorry, not much video on the roof cleaning today. The wind is terrible for me today. Really frustrating. So I've been trying to pay attention. But give you a quick little look at what we got. Also giving this deck a quick clean. You can see where I've been and where I'm going. We got some roof wash overspray on here, so I hit this real quick with roof wash, and I'm rinsing it right off with the X-Jet. Nice simple once over, not going crazy. Big difference. Okay, we're out here all set up on job number 2. We got this really tiny little house here, piece of cake. It's gonna take us no time at all. We're out on the lake, beautiful lake. The house is plenty far enough away from the lake that we'll have no runoff going into the lake, so I'm not worried about it. And it just needs a quick light soaping and a rinse and it'll be good to go. So just for the sake of doing something different, I'm going to use my M5 twist today to soap. And then I'm going to come over here and turn off my downstream injector. And I'm going to turn this to the buffer tank to rinse. So I'm going to soap and rinse with the M5 by turning the soap on and off at the tank, which is not my usual process. Usually I switch over to the X-Jet to rinse. These things look like the same thing, but they're not the same thing. They work the same as far as twist and being able to adjust the fan. But if you look down into the M5 soaper, quite a large orifice there. You see that hole? So that's why it draws soap. It's got such a big hole. And then if you look into the X-Jet, it's a much smaller hole. So it's a higher pressure nozzle that does not draw soap. If I put them side by side, which I can't do with one hand, you would see this, okay? But the X-Jet draws soap off this barb, okay? But it's high enough pressure when you're not using it, you're using it for downstreaming, that it works as a rinse tool. So just like that, it's a rinse tool. I use it every single day. But today, I'm going to use the M5 just for fun. All right, I wound up having a host of problems, so no video. I reverted back to the X-Jet for my wash and rinse because I got frustrated dicking around. Okay, I had one of my O-rings on my hose that connects to that hose reel let go, so water was gushing out of the hose reel, and it's been on there all summer, and it's not stainless, so it will not release. So I wound up being able to disconnect one of my hoses and hook directly there with a hose. Had to change the stainless fitting on that. So later today, I'll be messing with that hose reel, taking all that spare hose off, replacing it with new hose with stainless fittings. So big fun. Water was leaking across the top of this whole thing into my battery box. That's why all this is disassembled. So a little bit of fun for us, but we got it all figured out. Managed to finish it up, and this job came out beautiful. So we are done for the day. Quinn and I are back on the job tomorrow. We got a nice big project, so I got to go home and make sure all these little issues are ironed out this afternoon so that I'm not frustrated tomorrow with anything. All right, you guys, enjoy your rest of your Saturday. Talk to you soon.